Hey guys, how's it going? Owner here and welcome to a new video. This time we are at the circuit of Monaco, the streets of Monaco, for round 2 of the Apex Racing League Championship Season 7 on the PC side. And we are again getting in my Mercedes for this race. Obviously, last time we were in Spain and I took the victory there. Now I wasn't quite so much confident for Monaco as I was for Spain, because I really don't like Monaco. It's my most hated track on the calendar. So you know, my target for this race was to be on the podium, and if I could reach that I would be already happy, because I have no high expectations from this track, to be honest. But there you go. So target was podium, just trying to perform at the maximum, as I always try to. One thing to mention is that you are allowed to cut the first corner as much as you want, but I mean, let the game decide if you cut the corner or not. That's what the steward said of ARL, at least that's what Alex said, and Alex runs this split. He told us that we were allowed to cut the first corner just a bit, but yeah, just let the game decide if you cut it or not. You know, when you cut the corner, it comes up on the screen. So there's that. We are on my outlap right now. We have done a 1:10.2 at the moment, which is right now enough for pole position. I mean, we are in first place, and it seems like the tires are pretty much warmed up, so I'm just going to back off just a bit to get some more room. The car ahead slows down a little bit, so I have to do that as well. And here we go then. Mix free, using DRS and cursed for the run to the line. The lap time starts now, so there we go. In the first corner, shifting down to third gear and then turn in. Pretty sweet corner. And then get as early as you can on the throttle and use curse at the exit. Then this corner on top of the hill, you want to stay close to the apex. And then shift it back to the right, but I did it too early, so I had to back out of it and then turn in again, which cost me a little bit of time, but not too much. And then this hairpin, shifting out to first gear, turn in as much as you can, full lock, and then go to second, short shift to third out of the exit, and then get back to second again. And then it's just shifting up through the gears, through this tunnel, using a little bit of curse as well. DRS is not allowed here. And then for this chicane, you have to brake at the 100 meter board and shift down to second gear. Clip the apex as much as possible without actually cutting it. And then this corner is pretty quick. Just flip it to the left and then swim pool section. And another chicane, pretty much nailed it so far. Pretty good lap, 2/10 up on our previous. And then the final sector here, car ahead is quite close to us, but not really influencing our lap time. So we go then using the DRS and the rest of our curves for the line to the line, and it's a 1:10.9, sorry, 1:10.009, and we are 7/10 right now up on Alex. I was quite surprised when I saw that, didn't really expect it. I have done a 19.8, which was my personal best. I think that lap was pretty good, so I think I just should leave it right now and hold that 1:10.0, because I'm pretty happy with that lap, as we let the Sauber through of Smuffler, because he might be on the lap. And this track you run out of fuel quite quick, so we already ran out of fuel actually, but it should be enough to get us back to the pit. So let's get back to the pits then, as I didn't really pay attention, so I hit the barrier.
You're out of fuel, out of fuel.
So that was a pretty good lap, pretty happy with it as well. Smuffler right now in third place, so he is pretty quick at the moment, and it's Jack first, who just got up to fourth place. So here we are then, going to roll in my pit lane. And there are the mechanics and the engineers pushing me back. Oh, what's going on? My screen freezes right now. Yeah, it is freezing, and then okay, now it's fine again. Okay guys, well, here's the end of the session, And as you can see, I haven't qualified for this session, and you saw that screen freeze I just had. I disconnected just after that, which is quite bad luck. Alex did a 110.3 at the end, so that 110.0 I did was good enough for pole position. I guess that's just bad luck. I disconnected, but still had an invite, so I could rejoin luckily. But couldn't set a lap time because you have to wait then, and you can participate in the race. So we can again participate in the race luckily, and here's the strategy that I'm going with. But as you can see on the left of the screen, there's 58% chance of rain, so that might mix up a little bit the field during the race, which should be good for me. I mean, I'm starting in last position. I need something to happen probably in order to get up higher on the field. My approach for this race was to be really aggressive. I mean, that's just all you can do. I mean, you cannot give up. I know it's Monaco, I know I'm starting from last position, but you just cannot give up. Here's my teammate in 8th place, and there's me then in 13th place, final place on the grid. So this race should be exciting for you guys to watch. I hope you will enjoy it. It's gonna be a good race, I can tell you that already, but I'm not going to tell you more about it. You have to see for yourself. So here we are then, going off the line, and already gained the place, and then Fake goes Pirate and going on the inside, being quite aggressive, and Barcelona just turns in on me there, and now he again turns in on me. So he actually squeezed me into the barrier, he pushed me into the barrier, so I had to back off of it. In 10th place already, and going around the outside of Amstel here, being aggressive. As I said, I have to be aggressive in order to take some places, and then being aggressive on Barcelona's inside as well. I'm on the inside, but he again is pushing me a little bit, and then he again squeezes me. He's squeezing me the whole time, and I'm just backing out of it now. And then again, going to have a look on his inside. He leaves space this time. He's still around my outside, so I have to leave him space. We actually got past there, so again being quite aggressive, but I think Barcelona should have left a little bit more room, but that's my opinion. Anyway, we are already up to Prix after just a couple of corners, so it was a pretty good start. As I said, still being pretty aggressive. That's my approach. Chicane is ahead right now, and in front of Chicane it's Jack first, so my teammate managed to get another place as well at the start. As you can see, I'm having quite a good pace, and look on the minimap, it's already Alex that is pulling away from the rest of the field. I'm using my curse, and my teammate right now, Chicane, he told me that he would let me through, so that's really kind of him. Thank you very much, Chicane. That's really kind. So there we are then up to P7 right now. Gained 6 places at the start, and just behind Jack first now, so still going to be quite aggressive. We are already in the slipstream, going to have a little bit of a look on his inside, but it doesn't really make him nervous. He still keeps his own, he holds his own line as we enter the hairpin then. Very tight, going to have another look. No, have to back out of it because Chicane, sorry, Jack first braked pretty late. As Jack first hit the barrier there, so he will have a bad exit out of this tunnel, so I'm having a little bit of a look on this inside, but there's just no room. And I'm braking quite late for this corner. I'm on his inside. No, I'm backing out of it. He went wide. No contact though. And then he had another bad exit, but I just cannot get past, and he again hits the barrier. And I do as well. It's quite a quick chaos right now. So I'm all over his mirrors. Going to have a look on his inside and taking a different line so I can get a better exit, which I do have indeed. I'm alongside him, braking for this corner, making a little bit of contact, and using then curse probably. No, I have no curse left. And look in the mirror, it's now Jack first in my slipstream. We actually pushed Chicane into the barrier there. That was quite aggressive. And we got past him as well, so P6 right now. So you can have a look then at that move from me on Jack first. I think Jack first complained a little bit about that after the race, but I don't really think there was so much happening. I mean, I took a different line coming into the corner, so I can get a better exit, which I indeed got. I got a much better exit than Jack first. So my front wheel was alongside his rear wheel, and then I just braked for the corner and he turned in on me. So I think he probably should have left a little bit of room because my front wheel was alongside his wheel, but that's my opinion. Anyway, we are continuing in P6 then. It's Fat first ahead, the teammate of Jack first, and we already put a little bit of a gap to Fat first, so I have to close the gap to Fat first.
This is
and we are doing purple right now. So fastest lap of fastest sector of the race. In front of Fat first, it's Granu, so we have a little bit of a train here. And on the mini map, Alex already disappeared, so he pulled away already. It's gonna be quite a challenge to obviously overtake him in this race. But even though I am in a little bit of traffic, I did the fastest lap of the race, 1:13.3, and we are behind Fat first, so I wanna try to overtake him. Here we go then. Oh, he hits the barrier, and we take advantage of that, going on his inside. That was quite an easy pass, to be fair. He hit the barrier and then he just went wide. So I could overtake him, and then now we are up to P5 already after starting on last position. So this aggressive approach is quite good. It worked out quite good. We are right now already just 1/10, I think, behind Granu. Maybe even less. 1.76 and again taking a different line, checking if I can get a better exit, but Granu is definitely holding a very strong line. He's driving very strong as I have DRS, and no, there's just no room to pass him, so I have to back out of it. Then using the curse, up the hill and staying in the slipstream. Slipstream is quite effective actually, but not effective to pass him. And Granu took a little bit of a strange line there, so I had a little bit of a look, but it's just so hard to overtake on Monaco. I just have to wait for a mistake of Granu, or just have to pass him, but it's obviously quite difficult in Monaco, as you guys can imagine, I think. So still in his slipstream, Granu going a little bit defensive, and he actually went a little bit wide, and I caught that corner too much, so couldn't really try and overtake there, so I had to back out of the throttle just a bit. I mean, that wouldn't have been fair, as I had a baller there. It's quite difficult to actually drive behind someone else. I mean, you have to focus on your own driving style, but it's quite difficult because you cannot really look into the apex. Also, I found out that so quite late for that corner. Just hit the barrier there a little bit of a kiss. Luckily, didn't break my front wing. I figured out that T-cam, so you know the camera they use in real television. A lot of players in my league use that camera instead of the cockpit cam that I use. I think that the T-cam is a little bit faster than compared to the cockpit cam actually, because you can see the apex a bit better. But I just like to stay in the cockpit cam. I mean, I like realism, and I just don't understand why you will drive with T-cam, to be fair. As we are again closing in on Granu, who actually runs wide once again, and he will have a bad exit, so I will use curse and stay on his inside for the next corner. Can I get him? No, I have to back out of it. There's no way that two cars can go side by side through that corner, so I have to use my my mind. Don't want to take Granu out, or myself obviously, but as you can see on the minimap, oh, as I hit the inside of the corner there. As you can see on the minimap, you can see the dot of P2, but Alex is already pulling away from the field, so we are losing some valuable sorry, let's try it one more time. Valuable time. Sorry, that was quite difficult actually. And just 4/10 behind Granu right now. It seems like Vetverse cannot really keep up with this pace. I think I'm slightly faster than Granu, but as I said, I just cannot find a way past him. I'm already pretty happy with P5, to be fair, as my engineer is telling light rain in 15 minutes, so that might be in our advantage. Hitting the ref limiter again because I'm in the slipstream of Granu, but Granu is too far in front. Granu is driving really strong right now, not making any mistakes. Although he went a little bit wide there, now I'm all over him. I'm going to have a little bit of a look on his inside, try to make him nervous, which works indeed. I mean, he went wide, hit the barrier, and there we are then, taking advantage of his mistake. So that's something I always do. Try to be, it's difficult to explain, but try to be as big as you can in someone's mirror, you know. Try to annoy someone that might make them nervous, and that's, I think, what happened to Gronu. I mean, we didn't make contact, I believe, so I think it was just Gronu getting a little bit nervous because I was moving quite a bit in his mirror. So that gifted us P4, and Gronu fell back quite a bit actually. I don't know if he lost his front wing. That's a shame for him. He looked very strong up until the point he made a mistake. He was defending quite well. And now we are behind ACR Raiden, who was Captain Raiden in the previous race, but he changed his name. And we are then following him. So now we have to find another way past this guy, unless he makes a mistake. He hit the barrier quite a bit actually there. Going to have a little bit of a look. That's what I mean, you know. Try to be as aggressive as you can, looking in someone's mirror. There again. I'm moving all over him in order to pass him, and I'm actually alongside him here, and that's how you take him. On the inside of the corner. There was no way I would have let him pass me around my outside, so there you go. And look in the mirror, he actually made a mistake, went into the wall. I think he lost his front wing, which is a shame, so he will be falling back. But you know, as I said before, it is quite good to actually move quite a bit in someone's mirror. Try to make him scared, or it's not really scared, but try to put him under pressure. I think that's the word. Try to put him under pressure. He might make a mistake when you move a lot. So even though you're really far back, it sometimes helps to just have a look on the inside, and it might make them nervous and choose a different line, which you can then take advantage of. So on the podium, that's my target. As I said before, that was my target. So I was pretty happy right now, but I felt that there was more to gain as I went too wide there on the apex. They went quite close to the ball there, almost hit it. 8.1 seconds to Smuffler, but as I said, I'm hungry. I'm hungry for more right now, so I just kept pushing.
Okay, times are looking good. You're matching race pace.
Smuffler is actually pulling away a little bit from us. 8.2 seconds to him, so I have to stay focused. And I'm wondering what the gap is to Alex, between Alex and Smuffler. I mean, look on the minimap. The first dot is Alex, and then behind him it's Smuffler, so Smuffler is actually quite close to Alex. Great race so far from Smuffler, very good pace as we do purple. Now that I have fresh air in front of me, clean air. And actually gained 3/10 in that first sector on Smuffler, so it seems like we have got a good pace. Let's just try to keep this up. So it's right now Amstel behind me after Raiden lost his front wing. At least I think he lost his front wing. Pretty sure he did. As I hit the barrier there. Tires are starting to wear out a little bit. As I lost a little bit of time to Smuffler, and again hitting the barrier. So I think it's time to pit actually. I'm losing too much time, so here we go then into the pits. And going to lean and choose the prime tire. So I chose the prime tire with the knowledge in my mind that it would rain in around 10-15 minutes. So let's say 10-15 laps it would rain, so that's why I went for the primes. Primes should be able to last 15 laps and option 10 laps, so you know, with prime you have just a few more options when it starts to rain, so that's why I chose them. Trying to stay in the inside the pit exit line. That's obviously a rule as well within ARL, as these tires already give a lot of grip. So Smuffler went to into the pits as well, as Ghost Pirate is right now behind me. Ghost is 5 seconds behind me, so I think he didn't pit yet. And Smuffler 7.3 seconds, so I'm actually gaining a little bit on him. Alex didn't pit right now, so Alex still has to do a pit stop. And those option tires I had before, they didn't just, you know, give a lot of grip anymore, so that's why I decided to pit. So let's just keep the gap in mind, or check the gap every time between Smuffler and me. It's right now 6.9 seconds, so get another few tenths in the middle sector. Alex is right now in the pits, and we will just see if Alex comes up in front of Smuffler or behind him. We will see. Obviously Alex has to respond. It seems like Alex came in front of Smuffler. So good in lap from Alex, and holding his position. But I think I'm definitely coming closer to Smuffler and Alex as well. By quite a bit actually. I'm right now pushing quite a bit. You know, I really like these kind of situations where you have to close down a gap on fresh tires. I think that's the point where I perform well. I always like those kind of situations, and just being incredibly concentrated. So it's quite hard to see in the cockpit cam the apex of every corner, especially in Monaco. But I like it. It's quite good driving in the cockpit cam. 5.7 to Smuffler, so gained a second over one lap, because last time at the end of the second sector it was 6.9 seconds, I think. This should be the fastest lap of the race. It is indeed. So 1:12.122, fastest lap of the race. And still pushing. Obviously want to close down Smuffler. I'm right now not really focusing on Alex, but just on Smuffler. And we skipped to lap 20, so quite a big step forward. It's 2.4 seconds to Smuffler, so I closed down the gap every lap, just piece by piece, step by step, closing the gap. And as you can see, it's starting to rain right now. Which should be quite good. I mean, the tires should last another 3-4 laps until they are worn out. So it's already raining quite a bit, so I guess when it's lap 23 it should be ready for Inders, or lap 24, somewhere around there. So it's 27 seconds to Amstel, so it seems like the top 3 is having a big lead. And Alex put a bit of a gap as well to Smuffler, so it seems like we have to concentrate on Smuffler right now. And Alex seems to be quite a bit ahead, so he's not really the point we have to focus on. 1.5 seconds to Smuffler, so again closing in on him. As these tires don't give too much grip anymore. I mean, almost at the end of the stint right now. Let's see what kind of lap times I'm doing. I'm doing 1:13.7, so that's not too bad, but not too quick either. Sorry. So skipping to lap 24, then there's a little bit of traffic coming out of the pits right now. The gap to Smuffler pretty much maintained. My tire wear is quite bad, so I have to pit soon. Someone gets out of the way there nicely. Smuffler is in front then. As my engineer is telling us well that the tires are quite bad, so Smuffler is being held up just a little bit by the car in front. He actually let him through right now. That's Raiden, so indeed he fell back quite a bit. As you can see, he's on the Inters right now, so he's a little bit of a benchmark right now if it's a good time to go on the Inters, as he lets me pass there. It seems like he isn't losing too much speed, but he isn't too quick either. So braking for this corner then, and as you can see behind, oh, almost got hit in the back by Raiden there. So it seems like the Inders, he locked up with them. So I don't know really if it's ready for Inders right now, but I see a car right now in the pits. So I'm just thinking if I should pit as I hit the barrier there. So I think I should pit right now, losing too much performance on these worn tires. As it's actually pretty silly that I damaged my front wing, because I have to do a wing change now, and that will cost some time, so that's my own fault, quite silly, but there you go. Have to make up that time on track. 5.5 seconds, and indeed we lost a little bit of time to Smuffler because of that pit stop, around 2 seconds I reckon. So here we go then, exit in the pits. and on the inter tires. So let's see how these tires are. Oh, they aren't too bad actually. I turned in too early there, so that means they are pretty grippy. I don't think it's actually completely ready for inters now. I think you can do one more lap on options, or slick tires I mean, and then change the tires would be a better option, but my tires were just completely worn, so I had to do something about it. Otherwise I would have lost too much performance, so I choose for the inters. But I am actually overheating the rear tires now a bit, so we might have to be a little bit careful on the tire wear then, because it's better to make no pit stops anymore. So just do 14 laps on these inter tires until lap 39. As you can see, another dot in the pits. That's Alex. No, that's not Alex, sorry. That dot wasn't Alex. He is still staying out, so Alex is still staying out on the slick tires. But it's actually raining quite a bit right now. Inters give quite good grip right now, I would say. So I think inters are the good tire right now. 3.6 to Smuffler, so gaining a little bit of time. Took a little bit too much speed to do that first corner. Had to shift down to second gear. But nothing too serious, as I'm going to lean right now, because I'm struggling a little bit with the fuel. I was -1, so obviously we have to do a little bit of fuel saving, and I thought this would be the right time since it's raining, and you won't really need too much traction in the rain, because it obviously would generate wheel spin, which is quite bad in the rain. Obviously it's easier in the rain to get wheel spin compared to the dry conditions. So lap 26, 13 laps to go. Turning in there, it's quite nice. So these tires should be okay. It's not looking like it's going to be raining any harder, so we should change the tire again for the full wets. That's definitely not the case. The inter tires are doing great right now. So Alex is right now coming into the pits. Let's see if he ends up in front or behind Smuffler. Here we go. Smuffler already passed him actually, but Alex will have the shorter line at the pit exit. But Alex stays behind Smuffler, so great drive from Smuffler there. He rejoined in front of Alex, so I think Alex just went on a little bit too long with the slick tires. And there's actually a little bit of traffic up ahead, as you can see on the minimap, so that might be exciting a little bit as well. 2.2 to Alex then, 2.3 actually. Someone retired from the race unfortunately. Don't know what happened to him, to be fair, but probably nothing good if he retires. So right now my target is Alex instead of Smuffler. Although Smuffler and Alex are pretty close, so we might have an interesting couple of laps to go here. Especially if I can keep the pace up. But remember that Alex right now has the fresher set of inters. Smuffler and I were already quite early on the inters, so the rear tires overheated just a little bit, which might affect us at the end of the race. But we will see. I mean, right now I'm not really thinking at the end of the race. I just want to push and close the gap to Alex and Smuffler. So it's going to be exciting to see if Smuffler can pull away from Alex, or if Alex stays with Smuffler, and if Alex actually can overtake Smuffler, because obviously overtaking is quite difficult on Monaco. So there's a little bit of traffic now. Blue flags for him, and he gets out of the way nicely. Thank you, Raiden. Getting out of the way good there. 1.3 seconds to Alex, so the gap is indeed closing, and it seems like I have joined the pack and actually joined the battle as well then for the lead. I mean, we are quite close right now. Alex is really close to Smuffler as well. Seems like he is close enough for an overtake. Not yet, not in this chicane, but he might be trying to overtake him very soon, because he seems to have a very strong pace. Faster than Smuffler, as the raindrops are now appearing on the screen, so it's going to be quite hard for me to see. I'm obviously driving in the cockpit view, and with raindrops it's always hard to see, especially around Monaco obviously, where everything is 10 times more intense because of the walls. So close to the track as Alex is right now on the inside of Smuffler. It seems like Alex passed him. No, Alex had a bad exit, and this is my chance to maybe take advantage of it. I'm using a lot of curse at the back of Alex and on the inside here, but no, not enough room. So that was my chance. I'm waiting for that chance to grab it and take that chance and overtake Alex, but I think there was a little bit of a chance, but couldn't really take it. I mean, it's Monaco, so I'm having a little bit of a look on his inside, which makes Alex a little bit nervous because he hit the wall. So just again being aggressive and looking on someone's inside, but not too close, not close enough. I mean, to overtake Alex there. Obviously, cannot run in someone's inside. That will be ridiculous. As I lose my front wing there, which is stupid. There we go, my engineer confirming that I have front wing damage. It's nothing too serious though, I still can drive, but I found out, and my teammate Chicane, he said as well that losing your front wing you lose a little bit of performance in the car while doing that. So there's a back marker in front. What's he doing? He's getting in the way quite a bit actually. Unfortunately lost some time because of that. As we get to lap 32 and Alex passed Smuffler indeed. So here we go then, lap 32 and behind Smuffler. So now Smuffler is my target. Not thinking about Alex, just about Smuffler. And if I can pass Smuffler, then I'll think about Alex, but definitely not now. So it will be interesting to see if Alex can pull away from Smuffler, as I'm still at -1, so I have to do some fuel saving in the final laps of the race probably. But as I said before, losing your front wing loses a little bit of performance, especially in this corner. You lose quite a bit of downforce unfortunately. I think it's around 2 or 3 tenths every lap. But there you go, it was my own fault, so cannot really say an excuse for that. I mean, it was just my own fault. So I have to deal with it. Smuffler then in front, not giving up. Still fighting for it, even though my tire wear, I think it's pretty bad, but it should be just about okay to finish the race with this set of the tires. So very close to Smuffler, and Smuffler actually makes a mistake, ending up hitting him actually, and Smuffler let me through there, but I think that's because he lost his front wing. So that's a real shame for Smuffler. He has to get in the pits. Obviously that is something positive for me. I mean, I gained a place because of that, but Smuffler was looking very strong this race. He had a very good pace, and unfortunately that happened to him. He turned it too early and then hit the wall. And I hit him as well actually quite a bit, so sorry for that, but I couldn't really afford you anymore. So it's quite unfortunate, sorry. I'm actually very lucky to not lose my front wing. But anyway, skipping to lap 35 and now behind Alex, so I actually closed the gap to Alex again. That shows, I think, that I'm a little bit faster than him. But again, it's Monaco, so where do you want to overtake? It obviously will be really good if I can win this race, starting from last position, but yeah, it's just too early to think about that. I still have to concentrate. I mean, we still have 4 laps to go. It's very easy to make a mistake in Monaco and end up in the barrier, losing a lot of time. So Smuffler is now 20 seconds behind us after that pit stop. So it's a battle between Alex and me. And can I overtake him? That's the question. I'll be telling you guys right now that I'll be showing the final 3 laps completely. So from now on you'll see everything that happens until the end of the race. So I hope you guys will like that. So the rear tires are quite worn right now. Obviously they overcooked a little bit when I went into the pits, braking quite late there, but still got quite a good exit. Now something that really caught my attention in this race was Alex having a great traction out of every corner. I'll show you an example soon, as I hit a bullet there which was laying on the track, end up kissing the wall a little bit. so being quite close to Alex then, and I'll show you soon what I mean. So here we go then, coming into the first corner, cutting it, but not you know, cutting it too much. I mean, you can cut this as much as you want. As I said before, let the game decide for you if you cut it. That's what Alex said before this race. So having a little bit of oversteer here. My tires, as Alex went a little wide there, my tires are quite worn, but I'm not giving up right now. I don't want to give up. Very close to Alex, and this is just then the thing that I mean. I'm quite close to Alex right here, and then watch this. He gains quite a bit every time on the traction zone, so I can close in on him in the corners, but then I lose it in the straights as I brake very late there. Just about kept it on the track, and luckily didn't hit Alex there. But as I said, I can come quite close to him in the corners, but then he's just pulling away again in the traction zone, unfortunately. I think that's because of his tire wear. I imagine it is better than my tire wear. I mean, we pitted, what was it, 2 laps earlier than him, so I hit the inside there. Inside wall, bit stupid, should still focus and pay attention. Gap is 1 second. So final 2 laps, and I still have to do some fuel saving. I'm still on -1, so I have to save some fuel at some point in the upcoming 2 laps as I hit the wall again. Have to be careful. 9 tenths for Alex, so gained again a 10th in that sector. Don't forget my front wing damage as well, which is not really helping me. And obviously the tire wear, I think he has a better traction just because of my tire wear, really. It were especially the rear tires that I overcooked. So they are in quite a good shape, unfortunately. But that's another reason to give up. I mean, you still have to fight, and I'm still fighting as we go to mix 1. And I actually hit the barrier quite a bit there. Alex did as well. Alex is probably quite under a bit of pressure because I've seen him hitting the wall quite a few times, but obviously I am hitting the wall as well a couple of times. Obviously pushing, and a lot of raindrops on the screen, so it's quite hard to see. So I cut the corner quite a bit there, but still the game didn't give me a warning. So still on -1 for the final lap of the race. 1 second behind Alex. Can I overtake him? That's the question. Alex went quite a bit wide there on top of the hill in the left-hander as I hit the inside wall, and here we have the hairpin. So I'm closing in on the hairpin on Alex, but then losing it again at the exit of this corner here. So I went too deep into there, so that's going to compromise my exit completely. As we lose connection to Raiden, I think he just quit it, unfortunately. And one more time going through this chicane. It doesn't really seem like Alex is making a mistake. So very strong drive from him so far. Just the final sector to go, as I went way too deep in there, hitting the bollard again that was laying on the track, hitting the barrier again. So that shows I think that's pretty much over then. Final corner of the race. No, Alex keeps it on track very well. Good job. And we are still on -1, but it seems like we just about make it without losing the fuel, or without what's it called, without running out of fuel. That's it. So there we go then. Alex in P1. He had the fastest lap of the race as well. So great drive from him. We ended up just 2 seconds behind Alex, starting from P13. So I cannot complain. I'm very happy to still finish on in second place. Probably could have got the win. My pace in the dry looked stronger than it was in the wet, unfortunately. But there you go. I mean, you just have to deal with it. So that was pretty much it for this race then. Again, as I said, very happy with the race, starting from last position. Little bit unlucky with the disconnect in the qualifying, I think. But that's just how things go, and you cannot give up. You have to keep going, and was quite aggressive in a couple of opening laps. I'll admit that because it's just true, but I don't think it was too aggressive. Obviously, we had that move on Jack first, where he complained about. I don't really know. I think I had the better exit, and I think he just turned in a bit on me as well. But that's my opinion. Again, as I said, I'm quite happy with the result. I think I performed at my maximum, so that's always good. I mean, you always want to perform at the maximum, and yeah, again, happy with the result of this race. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys as well for your comments that you left in the first race, or the first race of Apex Racing League with Apex Racing League. I read every single comment, so don't worry about that. I do read every single one, and I think I'll just end the video here. So if you have enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like, and thank you guys so much for everything. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.